Hi, my name's Cheryl, and you're watching Full-Time RV Newbie. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And as always, I have my notes so I don't forget to tell you something. I just released a video talking about all the videos that are up and coming, including driving lessons. I'm actually going to take you behind the wheel with my brother, who is a professional a professional truck driver of over 25 years experience. He taught me how to drive. So when we get to doing that video, you're actually going to learn how to drive and how to set up your mirrors by a professional truck driver who taught me. Lots of slew of videos coming up your way, but this video I thought we'd kick off our slew with how I got into full-time RVing and just my story. So again, my name is Cheryl. I am 52 years old. Wow, 52. I just heard that. Anyways, when I turned 50 years old, my two children gave me a belated birthday present. They left. I spent all of my children's life being a single mom. So now here I was at 50 years old in a 5-bedroom house with a huge family kitchen, a ginormous Escalade SUV I didn't need anymore. And it was about downsizing. I originally thought that I was just going to downsize to a smaller house. Now that it was just me, I am single. So the original plan I had was to buy a little RV, travel around to different places, seeing where and what areas that I liked and where I wanted to settle down. And then that would be it. So that was the original plan. I had never even owned an RV before. I'd never even been in one. So I started doing a lot of online searching just to kind of get familiar with RVs. And it is by that way that I found out that there are people, excuse me, who do this RV thing full time. Who knew? In fact, it's been estimated that there is 1 million Americans who are now, for one reason or another, doing full-time RVing. 1 million. That's crazy. So anyways, learning that you actually could do this full-time, the whole downsizing, getting to sticks and bricks in a new location went out my window. I now turned my focus into making, I'm sorry, an RV my home and traveling. So that's how I got started. When it came to downsizing, I came from a 5-bedroom house. So, you don't really realize how much crap you have until you go to get rid of it. And honestly, when I was packing up just my closet, I had 48 pair of shoes. 48 pair. And the truth of the matter is, I literally wore 2, maybe 3 pair of them. I am a real estate broker by trade, so I had lots of business suits that I didn't need anymore. And I sold everything that I could. I didn't get a storage facility. I didn't do any of that because I kind of figured it's just me now. I'm going to give this RV in life a year. If I don't like it and I need to get that little house, I'll buy a couch and dishes and a bed. It's not that big of a deal. So I just sold everything. I did have a couple of boxes of family pictures, of course, that I wanted to keep, and some memorabilia, like you can never, ever get rid of the macaroni necklace your 5-year-old made you in kindergarten. I mean, that stuff's priceless. So I did put that in a box and store a couple of boxes, at a family member's house, and that was great. But other than that, I got rid of it all. I mentioned in my very first video, I gave the clothes that didn't sell I had one big ass garage sale and just got rid of everything. But those things that were left, I ended up donating. Please, if you are a woman and you're thinking of doing this, donate your clothes to a domestic violence shelter. It really blesses you and the women that you're giving to. So I like blessings that bless both parties. I think they're the best. So that's actually how I got started. I had one big ass garage sale and hit the road eventually. So now I want to talk about fears. Especially if you're a solo traveler and a solo female traveler. That was the reason I bought the Class A. I was really looking, when I first started my journey into purchasing an RV, did I want a Class A or a Class C? I ultimately chose a Class A. I like the travel trailers. Those I could see a lot of great things about that. You know, you unhitch and then you have your day car and you can go cruise around and see the sights, and I understood that. But for me, as a single woman who knew nothing about this lifestyle, and my mind was like running amok with fear, I kind of envisioned, okay, I'm at a camp spot and I'm single and there's like some shit going down outside, you know, creepy people, and I need to leave. Do I want to get out of my RV or out of my travel trailer, go outside where the drama is, because that didn't sound very good, and jump in my truck and then pull away? Or do I just want to jump on the driver's side and the driver's seat and then just go, you know, not having to go outside? And so that is why I personally chose the Class A that I did, was really for that reason. Looking back on it, now that I have a year of full-timing under my belt, I can tell you that was a over-exaggerated fear that I had. If I knew what I knew now, would I buy a travel trailer? Yeah, I probably would. But I'm happy with my Class A. Not ready to sell that yet. I'm good. So that's just a fear that really you don't need to worry about, because the truth is there is more creepy people in your neighborhood than there are in RV parks and national forest and national parks. That's just a fact. So don't worry about being a full-time female RVer and if it's safe. My son, when I told him what I was going to do, he's now 29, but he was 27 when I told him that my plans to go full-time RVing. And he was just convinced that I was going to get an RV, hit the road, and then just die. You know, whether it be in an accident or at the hands of a creepy person. But truth is, none of that ever happened. But, you know, take your precautions. I do travel with my buddy over here. I don't know if you can see him. Blue? Blue. Hi, Blue. Say hi. This is Big Blue Dog. I don't know if you can see him, if I'm even doing this right. Blue. There you go. I don't know what I'm doing. He's a Rottweiler. So when I get to a camp and I step outside my RV with my little gentle giant here, I think if there's any shady characters looking at me, they will look at him and think, that's the wrong trailer to screw with. So no problems. When you decide to go and tell your family that you're going full time, some of them will look at you like you've lost your rabbit ass mind. That's okay. They'll get over it. The personal fears were many. I had so many personal fears. The creepy people personal fear, not true. Doesn't happen. And then there was the fear of something is going to go wrong. What if I end up on the side of the road? Well, if you buy, like I did, a used RV, or any RV for that matter, you have to buy a good one. And I did mention in my last video, I am going to walk you through an RV, show you exactly what you need to look for, because I bought a great RV. I didn't have a problem. Out on the road a year, not one mechanical issue. So we will get in that in another video. But you want to limit a lot of your risk. One is buying a decent RV. And I'll tell you, you don't have to spend a ton of money. I literally bought my Class A for $4,100. And when I got it, it only had 40,000 miles on it. I did a tune-up, an oil change. I had the wheel bearings, packed the wheel bearings. We'll go over all that in a video. But it's really getting out the gate with some good bones. Don't worry about decorating. You can do all that. It's the fun part. So just buying a decent RV, no brainer, that lowers your risk. Also, I got AAA for RVs. They will take you, it's like 400 miles or something. So, and they'll even show up wherever you're at and change a tire for you if you happen to get a flat tire. So, anyone doing this, you have to get AAA for RVs. There's AAA, and then there's AAA for RVs. You want that one. And tire monitoring system. Tell you a story. I was into my full-time RVing about 4 months. I was in Washington, Shelton, Washington. I was just getting ready to do that famous Olympic Peninsula trip. And it's a really freak thing. It wasn't a tire blowout, but the stem of the tire where you put the air in it popped. And my tire monitoring system went off the second I lost 1 pound of air. It told me your left front tire is losing air. That totally gave me time to pull over safely. If that tire monitoring system, if I didn't have it and it didn't go off because I didn't have it, I could have lost a lot more air and had a potential blowout, and that could have been extremely disastrous. So really, big fan here of the tiring monitoring system. I don't push any brand. I'm not hustling business for any other companies. I bought the EEZ tire monitoring system because it had the best ratings. And I'll tell you, peace of mind. Things are going to go and break. You know, like I said, not a big deal. My RV had the original converter in it. I started smelling kind of an electrical smell. I didn't know what that was. I saw this little box, which I now know is the converter, kind of smoking. So I unplugged everything, and an RV mechanic came out for a couple $100, and 5 minutes later, he got it all working for me. I love those RV mechanics. You'll find out there people are really helpful. Like at one time, I was pulled up my RV. It was travel day, and I was getting gas, and I exit to get gas to get out of the RV. I go through the RV house door. I don't go out the driver door because it's just really, really tall, and that's just a lot of work hoofing myself up and down that big incline. So I always go out the side door. So I'm going out the house door, and when I went to close it, I noticed that it wasn't closing. These like little bolt metal things were all of a sudden sticking out, and it wasn't allowing me to close my door. And I had no idea what that was. And I just walked up to a man and said, "Can you help me? My door won't close." And very nice. He said, yes. Came over and kind of jimmied it a little bit. He didn't really know what was wrong with it. He wasn't familiar with RVs, but he got my door closed for me, which got me to the RV park 2 hours away. It took this really nice man, my screwdriver, in 3 minutes. It was fabulous. I was back on the road. Door was fine. Fine, I mean, it was closed. It wasn't going to swing open. I had locked it from the inside. And when I got to my next destination at the RV park, I had asked the check-in lady if she knew a good RV mechanic in the area and what was going on with my door. And she said, you know what, let me get my husband over there. Go set up camp and he'll be there. Literally 5 minutes he was there. He taught me that it's very common in RVs, whether it's a new RV or an old RV, that there's such a thing called a saggy door. Who knew? I guess it's the constant opening, and when you open the door and you latch it, it just kind of pulls down. So he taught me how to do maintenance on that door, which we'll do a video on, to keep from having a saggy door. My point is these little tiny annoying things are going to happen, but I'm telling you, there are really nice people out there, and they're going to help you. If you live in a sticks and bricks house, your toilet is going to clog up, and you deal with it. Or you're going to get a kitchen sink leak, and you deal with it. It's really no different in an RV. Shit happens, and you deal with it. But there's no major catastrophes. Nothing will happen out there that doesn't happen in a sticks and bricks house. If you buy a good RV, a strong, solid one, and you maintain it, do your tune-ups, do your hose checks, do your oil changes on time, and you're going to be fine. You get a saggy door. You get your little screwdriver and you tighten it up. Things like that happen. But my point is, the fear in your head is actually way worse than reality. Because really, at the end of the day, the bottom line is our fears are really about the unknown. Notice that? You're thinking about going full time, you're really excited, and then the unknown fear is like, what if this happens? And what if that happens? And that's how it shows up. What if I blow a tire? What if you don't? If we want to play the what if game, let's play positively. You really don't have anything to fear. You really don't. When I look back to where I was when I had the idea to where I am today, I look back and I go, there was a lot of shit that I worried about that was so unnecessary. So, feel the fear and do it anyways. If you like my channel, please hit like and subscribe. Have a blessed night.